No, no, it's just a French show that's going to show in a year or so, and just
A
with
year?
French actors. What?
God damn it! I have to take a screenshot of this. This is how many hours you'll be on?
But we've only been on 14.
14 hours.
We'll be going on
Damn it.
for another 54, 55.
Oh, looks like I'll be in tomorrow if I get some time off.
We have a. I just got a. Yeah, if you have time off, you can totally come in tomorrow as well. I would be honored. What do you got there? Are you doing some signing?
Yeah, it's a very, very busy day. You know, our day-to-day start for me is really this week is about auditing all the accounts, making sure that we're on track. Obviously, preparation for Decon. It's going to be a mess for us. This Anaheim's going to be really, really, really amazing.
Oh,
Are you guys coming? I know Finney couldn't make it, possibly. What about Ricky? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And obviously getting ready for tomorrow. We've got a really amazing drop happening tomorrow. Oh, you know, I've been waiting for this flying one for so long. Just the detail in it, the control button, the what I didn't really show on the video is that the tire actually does fold. It flip when it takes off. So it's really, really good.
So I just in case nobody else heard it, and in case nobody sees it, I have this rule that if anyone that's on here right now is good to stay on here, and because if I gave this, or else I'd have anyone else that wants to come on is gonna have to wait, just because I would have like 20, 30 people try and join right now. It'd be nuts.
Well, yeah, I definitely pop in tomorrow. I'm working 7 days, so it's a very, very, very good day today. By the way, last week we had 2 new licensors signed up, join into VV. I have one more about to ink, and that it's one that I've been waiting for a while for myself. So I can't give anything away, but it's Japanese. As I mentioned, it's a big part of our business that we do want to grow and reach out to different demographic. So yeah, it will be a good one, I think. And what else I've been doing today? Reviewing all the gold and silver Fifi merchandise. Obviously the program's a long-term program. It's not just Anaheim. So it's reviewing the quality. I want to make sure that the product is good, what we're giving away. They're not just dollar general store products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's been quite exciting. And yeah, just had a good catch up with Dan, Alex today. Running through what we rehearsal, what's on the decon and the works. I'm very, very. It's going to be totally amazing. If you think New York, London is good, this is going to be rock and roll.
So I had a question. In my first stream that you were on, you had mentioned that there are plenty of C, B, and A tiers of people that are or companies that you could have.
Yes.
And some would have 1 million, 50 million, 500,000. Out of the 1 today and the 2 that you had signed last week, what tiers are they?
Let me have a look. Oh, I mean they. Let me have a look. Well, they're pretty big. Yeah, they. I mean they be in the. I mean, brain recognize wise, or have to be active. I mean, I,
that have that, that have the fans that A tier is 50 million, C tier is less than a
oh yeah.
million.
I mean, the brand everyone knows is definitely A+ brands. Yeah.
Is any of the ones that you had signed between today and last week an A brand?
Yeah, they'd be all A's. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be signing many B's at the moment or C's. I just haven't got much time at the moment. They have to be, because it's almost like, well, I won't say pointless. Our fans are so engaged. They just want good quality brands that's been beloved. But I'm saying not all the brands. Um, some of the brands are nostalgia brands. Obviously, they're releasing. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, a good one, the Libra that we brought out. It's a very quality brand. Um, you know, Back to the Future is it's a good brand, but the stuff I'm talking about and the company that we're working with, A+ type. It's not even A. They'd be A+. Yeah, that around. They've been around for a long time. They got good audience. They in this space that we're in. I'm not saying NFT space. They're in the collectible business. They understand our fans, and our fans will understand their properties. Yeah.
So
Yeah. But
I
any.
Yeah, I know you can't say pretty much anything else. I don't have questions for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I mean, the one I'm about to ink has been discussions once again since 2017.
Wow.
They are very quality company that it was already in my tier 1 list, right? But they just don't feel that they're comfortable to be in that space at the moment. But in regards to the NFT side, we do have to work with all the brand owner, respect their creativity, how they like to be represented in the NFT space. Um, and the industry has changed a lot. Our audience, including you guys, we all want better, bigger ABC. Bigger, better. I don't know. The bigger, the better. The more interactive, the more things we could do with it, the better it is. Our audience are hungry, and I think I was in a podcast with the Spanish community. It's about the best experience product. Phoebe is about quality of product now, and my biggest job is to make sure that the quality's up there, and making the world fall in love with digital collecting. That's number one goal. And I repeat this before. Our motto is very simple. In NASA back in the 60s, they only had one model, and that's basically you ask anyone, janitor, receptionist, what you doing here in NASA, they just say, well, we're putting a man into the moon. At Vivi, it's very simple. We want the world to fall in love with collecting, and if we can produce the best quality and the best quality audience, I think we're going to win that. Yeah. Yeah. Number one is the last year we were not there. Both myself and Dave were not there. It was the first live show. The app was really just launched. Obviously, we do have some OG diehard fans when, but this year is much more different because some of these artists that you're going to be meeting at Decon has already been appear in Vivi. So defend them and get to know them, get to understand how they work. That's number one. Amazing drops. We got a few good lineups, and Decon's all really about celebrating new up and coming talent artists as well as artists that focus really predominantly in the field of contemporary in this design toy space. So I'm looking forward to that. One last one is, well, the party's going to be huge. The after party's going to be better. And this thing about the stupid gold silver logo thing, I was just, I do apologize. I wasn't trying to make, the people separate in the community. I was really just trying to, I mean, the fans want to make it big, so we thought, well, we should give it to them and really build the brands of Vivi. Building a brand that we can control is very, very important for me and Dan. So looking forward to that. And sorry, I'm just getting a charger to charge my phone. It's running out. What else is happening? It'd be amazing because you're going to get to meet all the team members there this time again. So that's what we're looking forward to it. And a lot of the fans that we didn't meet last time is going to be there this time.
Thank you for the answer. Is there, so not to hit you with a bunch of whens here, but Digital Super Chat. So I'm saying, what went on with Ukraine? Because I know that we had blocked Russian users because of that, the sanctions that were going on with them. But what was the deal that went on with Ukraine?
You mean the users in Ukraine that can't access to Vivi, or?
Yeah, for whatever reason, they're geolocked.
Really? Well, I was looking at yesterday data. It's I think. Okay, let me open it up.
They might.
I was studying yesterday's data. I think they were pretty active. I mean, they're definitely on my top 20.
Okay.
I mean, unless they're having issue to access to internet.
That might be possible because, because he's not the only person that's asked me about this, and every time someone asks, like I have no idea. It's like maybe put in a support ticket.
I will have a look at it. I mean, there's probably nothing we need to send a support ticket on. The Ukraine fans are definitely on our very high up. And I did see activity happening there.
Okay.
When I was doing my research. Let me have a look. I'm dialing in right now live. So
okay. So right now, outside of the US, where is the biggest market? I'm guessing somewhere in Europe.
UK is huge. Canada's good. France, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, Netherlands. I'm very surprised how many fans we have in Germany, to be honest, and Netherlands. They definitely up there. Yeah.
Oh, so I had somebody that they had said their beautiful story about how they met you in the airport security. That was really cool. And then
just by the way, I just want to be clear. I mean, even today, there's 1,500 people in Ukraine was live using the app.
Okay, so that's good. So Madeline, then those, it's not geolocked. Then I'm not sure why they're having issues.
Yeah, probably internet, or maybe they. I do have to say, we kind of had to be restricted what we can do in Russia, because it's been sanctioned. Unfortunately, it's not really up to me to decide who gets to use there. We do have a lot of fans there, and I mean, including myself, I have a lot of friends from Russia, from school. They live here. They're quite sad what's happening. Yeah, but sorry, just going back to your question, Randy. The other one.
Oh yeah, the other one was somebody told me to ask you, how is Frank Miller?
Oh my God.
What did he say? What did you say? What was the interaction like?
I mean, by the way, in a way, I'm living my dream. When I go to these cons, that we have opportunity to meet some of these legends. I actually lined up for Frank Miller. I managed to get a wristband. I purchased it, bought a comic, so I actually was lining up, but the line was about a couple hours. My friend, a friend of my dad who owns the booth doing the Frank Miller signing, I didn't actually want to push the line. I did go up. I said, listen, I do have to go back to my booth. I don't mind if I don't meet Frank Miller, but if you could help me sign his 300 comic. So I give it to him. I said, don't worry about it. I can pick it up at the end of the day. And he goes, oh, Frank just at the back. And I go, well, I'm happy if you can get it signed. And anyway, they went to the back. They managed to get him to sign the comic. And they came back. They say, "Oh, Dave, do you want to see him?" And I go, "What, Frank Miller?" I'm going, "Yeah." So yeah, we went to the behind the curtain. He was signing away. He was having meetings and other things. But and that's why the line was so long, because he's busy in the back and people just lining up. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. It made my dream. I was speechless. I did ask him about, obviously, Electra. Um, I did get him to sign artwork he did on Electra and hold it out. I will show it one day. I just think Electra right now is a little bit too sensitive. And yeah, and he showed me the latest cover he did for Daredevil. Absolutely amazing. Some of the stuff some of the work he done, and our fan wouldn't know, is that he was the guy who came up with all the idea, the accessorize of the Wolverine, the whole concept. Yeah, and this is going. These guys are legend. They're like Stan Lee, right? Stan writes a story. He does a sketch. He does all the pencil, and then someone else will come and color it in. So it was an honor to catch up with him. He's definitely the last time I saw him in the corner was probably 2016, and definitely, you know, um, yeah. I mean, people get older. He's definitely one of those chap that, um, you know, I will say is, definitely in the legend time. Yeah, it's good. It was good, and I managed to get a couple selfies with him. And yeah, it was an honor because he doesn't really take photos anymore.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it was good.
I'm glad you had to experience that. That's definitely an Omi homie. That's definitely a VV logo holder.
Yeah.
Speaking of VV and logos, when is the VV verse demo going to be at Decon? Is it going to be that Friday for the VIPs? Is it going to be...
No, Alex will be announcing that. I probably shouldn't really say anything yet because there are reasons behind it. There's a couple things is that it's going to be a big thing, so I don't actually think it should be just for the VIP holders. I'm more about having a wide spread of community to be part of this launch thing. So Alex will be organizing the time. What's going to be much more different than how we normally do things is there'd be time slots now. So rather than me and Dan walk off for a meeting and people just stand there waiting for us to come back, there will be time slots on the counter there to say, well, when things are dropping, what we're doing, when's the demo, when's Dave coming, when you redeem things. It will just be a little bit more well organized. I mean, I think we owe it to our fans that we want them to go around the show. The show's going to be huge. It's like maybe 10 times or 20 times bigger than London. The organizers always say 50 times, but I think it's about 25. Yeah, so it's about 20. It's about 25 to. It's very big. You guys will love it.
We're expecting several hundred VV fam coming, right?
Yeah. So this is not our fault. Me and Fanbam were at San Diego Comic-Con, where we saw you guys, and then Jeremy Padower recognized me in a Squishmallows cat suit that I had bought, and he's like, Randy. And he says, you guys should just pick a convention, doesn't matter which one. And he said roll in like 50 deep with all like BV shirts. And so we made a group on Twitter, and there's going to be probably 300 plus people. So I'm just like,
what?
300 to 500 we're expecting.
300 plus people that are going to go to Decon, like from the VV fam.
Oh.
Wait, why? Why are you not? Why are you not excited?
Don't feel pressure.
Yeah, we're under a bit of pressure because I was brought up in the topic today. The after party venue. I mean, it's definitely bigger than London, but we certainly wouldn't. We're not expecting that many people. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. I mean, I'll make, and you could let me know to make comment, be like, hey, be advised, guys, because it's a fire hazard wherever we go. We're gonna have to split the parties up into 3 different parties.
God, I might have to have a meeting next week. I mean, the venue fits a lot of people, and we'll advertise it. We'll just let everyone know what the capacity is. But London was great because people come and left, right? They rotate. It's not like they just stay there for the whole 5 hours.
Yeah.
People come in and out. Well, I guess the beauty about Anaheim is the weather. It's a lot better, right? It's always beautiful. So, and this time of the year is still okay. I mean, obviously it's a bit cooler. So just bring some jackets. You should be okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm glad you know now. I didn't. That you have to have a meeting by Fanny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, but we are going to look at possibly doing something like a FifiCon where we could do a meet up in 2/3 next year to 2023. I went to a San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe I mentioned it in another talk before. Another toy supplier had an after party, and it was just amazing. It fit about 2,000 people in there, and they served dinner as well, buffets, drinks, games, activities. After I went to that, I was blown away. And first thing I told Alex is that we need to be selling tickets to these major events. So we're hoping to put something out that's in that caliber to celebrate those moments. But saying that toy company has been around for 25 years. I mean, we've been around for 2.5 years. Well, not even that.
So I'm going to make this exception because Fanny dropped off because she had to not miss her flight. We -1. We got to add one. We got.
We haven't got, yeah.
So it's Sleep in Comics, and I'm repping his hat. I noticed you wear the SpaceX hat every now and then.
Oh,
I really
it's actually got nothing to do with. I wear a lot of hats. It just happened to be this hat today.
so I this is the only time making this exception, just because she was here before, like just here, like 2 seconds
That's
ago. Yeah. Um. So this is Sleepin's hat. He did Sleepin. You did 100 of these.
Yeah, I did 100 of those. They sold out like instantly.
Uh,
But I did keep two for two particular people that I know.
oh,
They're all minted out. So I've got one for you and I've got one for Dan. So I'll
oh
see you at
man, he will
Decon.
love it. Thank you so much. Are we going
Yeah,
to catch up with you in Anaheim?
I'll be there. I'll be
Oh,
there.
thank
So
God.
excited to
God
meet you in
bless.
person.
Oh,
And
looking
I
forward
thank
to that.
you. I thank you for all the work that you've done and excited to hear you talk about, it's so much fun meeting comic artists, writers. I've always enjoyed it over the years when I've gone. It is a meaningful thing, and a lot of them are great people. But
Yeah.
Frank Miller, I have not met Frank Miller.
Oh God, that you have to.
What about
Yeah.
like Mike Zeck? Have you ever met Mike Zeck?
No, I haven't. I
He's
haven't
the
met.
guy who did for people who don't know, he's the one who did all the covers for Secret Wars, a lot of Punisher
Ah,
ones. Like, for example, we have one of the Secret War comics on the app.
yeah.
So Mike Zack is one of my favorite all-time artists, and is another great one to meet.
Yeah.
We'll have to catch up. I
I
got
think
some great stories about different artists I've met.
you know Secret Role. The writer was at New York Comic Con in our booth.
Yeah,
Not sure if you guys remember. They had a signing on it. That was amazing. Yeah.
yeah,
That series is the only one I haven't read. The Secret War. Yeah.
Secret Wars is so good.
yeah. That was one of my ones that I read. I remember reading as a kid. It was a really awesome one, and I had to have it. So I had the entire series in 9.8.
Oh, really? I tell you who I would love to meet if I had a chance. It's Alex Ross. I own so many of the comic he did, the covers, and once again I own every single one of those. The Virgin cover with the 9.8, with the the shots, every single one of them 9.8. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
So
he's unbelievable. Difficult, depending on where he is at. It's hard because he's so popular. You really have to be. The last time I think I had an opportunity was in Chicago. I live in Minnesota, so not many people come up to Minnesota. So I have to travel if I want to see
Yeah.
some of these artists.
Mm. So yeah. So Alex Ross is definitely on my top of my list. I have spoken to him, and I believe I have spoken to him in Zoom or Google Meet with few other artists combined. Yeah, amazing guy. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet Peach Momoko when you were in New York?
Okay. You want to know the long story or the short
I
story?
want the long story,
Okay.
and then I have a
So
story for you with her.
okay. So this how it went down. At New York Comic Con, they all downstairs doing signing, and as you know, Peach did make an appearance in the Phoebe booth. I'm not sure if you know
I did not.
on the last day at midday. Anyway,
Amazing.
I had to meet Frank Miller at that time. At the same time, Peach is coming up.
Oh,
So I ran upstairs and I thought maybe I should get Peach's signature first, say hello, since I could possibly push in the line because somehow we have a bit of connection in Marvel. And then I could run down and still meet Frank Miller at the same time. So I did. I came run up and they say, no, I don't think Peach is coming up to your booth today. And so 12 or 5, and I go, okay, well, I'll run down. In case it did happen, I instructed Dan to go, if Peach did come back, you must get 2 comics signed by her, and on top of that, you must videotape her or take a photo because I'm dying to meet her, and at least I can meet her through a photo. Okay, so I ran back down. Frank Miller started talking to me. Dan freaking sends me a text. Oh, Peach is signing now. Do you want to come back up? I'm going, well, I'm talking to Frank. I can't come up. And he said, listen, I got you covered. I got the 2 comic and video. It was absolutely amazing. Dan did it perfectly. The comic is still probably 9.6 by the time Dan handled it. Now, so we went dinner in an Italian restaurant on that night. Myself, Dan, and another guest of ours, and Simone from Tokidoki, an Italian restaurant in New York.
Wow.
Beautiful food. We were so happy because the show was successful and things we're going to do with Tokidoki is going to be amazing. Obviously, I had a couple glasses of wine. You know, we went through a bottle on the table. I'm already half red-faced. And Eddie walked in, you know, and he's another comic legend. And I'm just saying, you know, oh my God, it's really good that you also come in this restaurant, you know. And then I was saying to Eddie to go, listen, I miss Peach today. You know, it's one artist that I really wanted to meet at Comic-Con. And Eddie's like looking at me and look at the bag. Peach was standing behind me. Right behind me.
Awesome.
And obviously, I went from you know CEO of Vivi to freaking Fanboy. And yeah, so we got some photos, and I was just explaining to her how cool it is. We did get the Carnage comic cover signed by her. That was quite good. Yeah. So
amazing.
yeah. So I told Dan. After that dinner and meeting her, actually I completed my Comic-Con on a super high. Yeah, and India, like I say earlier, I'm living through my dream at the moment.
Nice. I know
Amazing.
Sleepin's got a story. Before he says that, you mentioned Alex Ross before, and I got the number 41 signed Alex Ross from San Diego Comic-Con. It's the Marvel where Ghost Rider's on the end, and then I think Punisher's on the other end, Spider-Man in the middle, and it's the number 41 that I got signed. So I am.
Wow.
Just wanted
So
to say
technically, if it comes on Vivi, it will be number 1.
yeah, I need to go try to get if that comes to Vivi. I know you said you've had a meeting or two with Alex, so maybe one day.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sleeping. You said you had a story as well.
No, I've got 10. I won't take up anybody's time with my crazy stories. Well, it's here for David to talk, so I won't.
No.
Maybe later when we've only got 60 million hours to talk here. We're good to go.
But Peach Momoko, she's just blowing up. She's just going amazing. And she's super shy, super humble artist, just so amazing, you know, creativity wise. It was just amazing.
There's a Vivi person that has her personal email and emails her, and then somehow talked her into selling her bought original art from her, and then for not that much money, and then when she got to New York, they met up and she gave him, I think, the signed original art. So
Wow.
I don't want to disclose the name obviously here, but yeah, there's a guy, there's a VV couple of, I think there's at least 2 VV people I know who have her personal email. So
nice.
There's definitely some connections.
Yeah. So whoever bought the one of the Peach Momoko and Vivi, I was actually going to tweet it out. I'm keen to acquire that if someone wants to sell it.
I've been a fan of hers way before she got connected with Marvel, and so I have a lot of her early stuff. There's a lot of her style is just so interesting, and I think a lot of people didn't necessarily like it right away. But I have some things
Yeah.
that I sent to Japan that she signed, so I was pretty excited about that as well.
Got rugged. He's gone.
Sorry.
Maybe just take a screenshot. There it is.
No, I had a message, Kim, and I have to quickly flick through another screen. Yeah, you did well if you met her earlier. Man, yeah, that's a good one. I did go through a pile of comics. One of our Fifi fan men did give me one of the Peach Momoko Spider-Man covers as well as a gift. I didn't know until I got back here. So it was inscribed with my name on it. So yeah, that was a bonus one.
Good for you. David, how long do we have you for?
I got 15 more minutes, so yeah, fire away. I do have another meeting coming up at my 6:30 p.m.
I gotta show that off.
All right, so Bam Bam's going and turning on the 15-minute counter.
No. I'm showing my watch face.
The VV logo.
It's the gold silver logo.
Yeah.
So, David, when you said that you're going to put out a tweet saying like, "Oh, if anyone has that, I'll buy one of them from them," talking about the Peach Momoko stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like Warren Buffett, right? When somebody asks him about like what stocks you're looking at, and he like can't answer because he knows his answer will fluctuate the price of stocks.
Sorry, Randy. No, I mean, yeah, I know it's probably a bad idea. I tweet that. I should have got an undercover buyer. When I get to when I see you guys at Anaheim, one of you guys need to teach me how to make another fake account on Twitter.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say make a fake account on Vivi. I was gonna like, they have KYC now. It's gonna be a little trouble there.
Yeah. I need to reach out to some fans. The one-of-one program has been running really, really, really good, and we have some really big artists still yet to come. I mean, I thought Peach was very undervalued, to be honest, and I only found out. Obviously, the biggest problem is the company cannot tell me what the going price is, so we come really cheap. So I missed out on that bit. Yeah, but I'm not gonna let that happen again if she comes on with another cover. But nevertheless, that was her first NFT, so I do need to get it anyway.
That's fair.
What artist are you excited to see at Decon this year? What's your most precious person that you want to meet there?
We got a lot of. I'm hoping we got a lot of the artists will be coming to Fifi that still gonna show up. I'm pretty sure they are. I can't say who's coming because no one's really have confirmed. But Alex is going to put a roster up, hopefully in about 10, 12 days. And you guys can start planning what to do, when to do what, when to have your toilet break, lunch break, and come back and get certain things, line up for certain things. We're going to coordinate a lot better. So what we don't want is all the Fifi Gold and Silver holders rush to try to get their redemption at the same time they're missing out Jermaine's release or the drops. Things are going to coordinate a lot better. We just thought, will be ideal to do that.
So I was wondering, and obviously next year is probably just planned with 4 different events between the San Diego, New York Comic Con and the London and Anaheim Decon. Obviously, knowing now that, or you can say something.
Yeah, we are probably going to try to do a FifiCon possibly, and invite all the artists, our comic, whoever. I'm going to try to do that. I am going to start scoping out a smaller con to attend in Australia. after the Anaheim, I will be at the Singapore Comic Con. Finney's boarding a plane. I will be at Singapore Comic Con. And really, I want to scope if we have much fans there. Just so everyone know how big audience we have in Southeast Asia. Just in Singapore alone, I won't say the number, but Singapore is our number 19th most active market. So definitely there'd be fans out there. But when you think about it, some of the top 10, you got Europe, and they're kind of all together, right?
Yeah.
And and I'm including UK as part of Europe. You got France, Germany, and they all intercontinental type of stuff. But when you talk about Southeast Asia, definitely, if you take out all the European country, Singapore will jump right up to the top 10. So we definitely want to see if we could do something there. And a lot of the Australian fans are telling us to do something there. So we definitely want to do something there.
So when did you start to decide that? Because I mean, that's which con do you like?
Oh, the Singapore. I was having dinner with Simone from Toki. He goes, "Well, are you coming to Singapore?" I'm going, "What's on Singapore?" He goes, "Well, Comic Con." I'm going, "Oh God." And he said, "Listen, Phoebe should be there. You need to show up just to at least learn the market there." So because he's going, so I said, "Well, I'll come alone." But it will be a learning experience. The last time we were there was about 2018, 2017, 18, 19, just before COVID, simply because Singapore is very much of a lot of crypto blockchain events were held there.
Let me know. I'll meet you there. We can hit the long boxes together.
Yeah. So we definitely will scope it out, and there's few comic artists are hitting there as well. So and that was part of the reason.
Jeez. Okay. So obviously, when we're talking about things like that, we're saying that a full-fledged VVCon that could actually go and be shoulder to shoulder in attendance in the thousands, probably 2024. Like that's when a VV centric alone con.
This is just me commenting, so it's not confirmed. I really like, because I know Alex is probably listening now, and Dan is somewhere. I mean, yeah.
Pretend that they can't hear you.
Yeah, they're not listening.
We've blocked them out. I'm sure Randy has blocked them out.
My dream is to have one of these conventions where our fans come meet and really understand, and we get a lot more time one-to-one. We have a lot of issues in the company. We want to learn some of the, we went through a major growth. Some of our servers, certain area, the bugs, we trying to attend to everything. And I think having our own con will be exciting. All the fans will come and tell us what they thought and issues. When we go to Decon, I mean, we're in a little booth, right? And when you have hundreds of people try to all talk over each other, it's kind of hard. So, we do want to put on, the con will be, I would like to say, there'll be press releases, there will be shows, there will be giveaways, there will be meals. It's really like a convention you come to. It's all about Fifi and what we're doing. Technology showing off, maybe meet our engineers, really, our engineers, our artists designing these 3D collectibles, they are on their own right talents. They artists as well, and be good to put names with faces, the people behind, because certainly right now we feel, myself, Dan, Alex, Reese, these guys in the front line are taking all the credit, and it's not really just about us. It's there's a lot of people in the back that we kind of, in a way, shadow it away from the audience because they can't be bombarded with emails or messages. Their job is tirelessly to finish everything. But I think they deserve a lot of credit on the success of this. Yeah, well, I'm one of those guys who really like the whole team to come out and share. But at Decon, you guys will meet some of our new staff member that will be there. Um, in one particular, someone who I went to school with. We call him. His name is Dave as well. So there's obviously a couple of Dave in the company. So I call him Legal Dave. He's actually head legal counsel in the company. It's so funny how he got hired. I'll tell you the story. Absolutely, the guy's a genius, great friend, always super smart at school. And I sold him one of my first ever collectible. I used to do telephone cards at school. I sell them. I sold one to him, and he remembers. Anyway, when Vivi will launch, he had no idea who was behind Vivi. So, and then he heard it's a couple guys from New Zealand. He looked it up, and he goes, "I went to school with this guy." So he hit me up in Lincoln. We caught up. We had lunch, and I say, "Man, Dave, you're one of the smartest person at school." And in fact, we have this exam thing, same as the US. When you get the high score, you get to go to the good university. He scored one of the highest in the country. And I say to him, "Mate, you're smart. You should come work for me." And I think it took another 4 or 5 months. Then he joined on board. He's coming to Anaheim. So you guys will meet Legal Dave.
Was he the one that texted you last time when I had like a 33-hour stream?
Yeah, yes. So he's probably watching this now. Legal Dave's having dinner with his family. He's probably spewing now. And there's nothing to hide. The guy is a Fifi fan. He's one of the OG collectors. You should ask for his collection. And that's how he didn't start collecting because he worked for us. He started collecting because he really loved the fandom. And then he discovered who was behind it. So we'll be sharing him with you guys. And with all the legal questions, you can ask Legal Dave there in person.
Good. So this is the guy that said he would wrap his car in VV if you'd give him a logo. And I was wondering, how many of those, between you and Dan, how many of you guys have left to give out? I think it's like next to nothing, right?
No, we actually have nothing. I do have a couple I'm about to send out and post, and these are people who live far or who I have known for a number of years. But we want to give these to people who doesn't sell them. Randy, I know you got one for sale for 10 mil or something. That's
Yeah, it's not. I'm not.
It's flexing.
It's my number 41. I told you at
Yeah, you did. I know you're not selling yours. That's why you put it out.
I would only sell it to you if you wanted it.
Yeah, it's amazing that the whole buzz around this whole thing, and we just want to have fun. And by the way, we are going to be rewarding non-gold and silver car holders as well. We do hit things. We'll continue with the program. It's not like it's some sort of exclusive club thing. It was just something. A thank you gesture from me and Dan when we start meeting people. And it's just so strange at San Diego. There's people don't even know about Fifi. Came up and go, "Are you Dave and Dan?" I was told if I show you this ad and talk to you about something, there's a business card you're going to give me. And we were going, "What?" So it all started at San Diego that all these people start coming up to me and Dan and they're not even Fifi users asking for these logo. So we start to realize, there's a demand for these things. And unfortunately, when we first give them out, people were selling them and flipping it, and I just really hate to see these things. So it's something that we have full control on. So I really want to make the most of them. And I think that the whole idea really came after Decon London, how important, and we saw how cool the fans are glued to, we like almost stick together. And I remember, and I think Amy were there, Reese, and a group of fans were there, and I just hit me, and I go, I'm gonna make these logos to be one of the best thing people ever held. And it's something we just want to give back. But for the fans who missed out, please do not worry. We are going to come up with some other ideas and some other thing, because we don't want we want inclusive with everyone in the community. We never made this. If I knew it was going to be this popular, it would never be only 410 of them in the world. It'd be in the thousands.
Be advised, David, that as of I think yesterday or 2 days ago now, there was only I think 313 that were minted or that were redeemed, I should say. So there might actually be maybe 350 when this was all said and done, when everything gets redeemed.
Yeah, and some people probably got the card, they didn't know what to do. And I think I did mention the lettering, the O and the zero,
the
and
ones,
the I, the ones. People were punching in, they were sending in, you give me a dark business card, this is fake. I remember someone told me that. I'm going, no, it hasn't been redeemed. So it's going to be a very, very small group for sure. But to answer that question, I'm almost zero after I sent courier the packs out to a couple other fans. But I'm hoping you need to stay tuned. Maybe Alex have a couple somewhere hidden. When we give him some, we'll be announcing something for Anaheim.
Cool.
Only if he finds it, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
So we obviously, when I go up as a fanboy, I think of interesting topic to talk about, apart from drawings and artworks. So that's me. Normally, I try to come up with some really obscure questions for the artist really remembers me. And sometimes I mean, I have some really stupid questions, by the way. I won't say it here. And sometimes those are the questions that really gets their attention and get them to put their pens down and join and start talking to you. Sometimes I do use the line that, I flew all the way from New Zealand, and it gets their attention, right? And then they will, I ask them. I think there was one artist I asked him, so stupid. I said, do you like stews, meals where the meats are cooked for a long time? And the guy's going, what a weird question to ask. And for myself, with fans coming up, we just love to hear all your stories that obviously a lot of them have told us how Phoebe has changed the life of them collecting, brought them into new fandoms. And it felt really good because that's what we wanted to build and achieve that. we haven't met too many negative customers. We always thought we would. Yeah, and just be open with us. If there's things that you think we need to do, we can help. We do want to hear. But apart from that, we love all the fans. I mean, the Fifi fans are just amazing. And I think one of the thing that I did tell the group who holds the gold and silver logo is that it's very, very possible the group of friends that in that group could be friends for life. And because they all experience the same thing, they all achieve to get one of these car in a certain way and got given it by talking to us, showing up their passion, their collectibles. And I'm sure there's thousands more out there also deserve the gold and silver logo that we just didn't get to, or they didn't come to us, or they couldn't make it. And we want those fans to understand that we will have other programs as well. So it's not going to be the only one. And those of you who has 2 golden logos, if there's an opportunity, you should give one of them to someone else to experience that, because you only need one. You don't need 2. It's we are only going to give you 1 set of gifts anyway. So yeah, if you can give one to someone else to have, that would be great.
So David, I don't know if, because I was thinking long-term rentability with these things. When I heard you on VV Magics and Metaverse of Life Space the other day, I bought 2 more, and then when like a day later, after it had gone up another 50%, I had bought a 4th one.
Yeah. So the idea for you, Randy, is that you will share those 3 others with other people who can redeem something for them as well, because obviously you're not going to use 4 of everything that we give you. So, and that's what I mean by come up, line up, bring people that don't have the logo, give them that chance to have that experience. You still own it. And I can't stop people buying the amount of logo, but what I'm going through is more of the experience. We go to Disneyland. Personally, I never go alone, and you bring friends with you to experience that. We want that experience because you got 4 tickets. You can bring 4 people along to experience that.
Okay, cool beans.
Yeah, as long as those 4 people also don't have 4 logos with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I could bring VV Vibes because he doesn't have one, and I'll go and help.
Okay. And you can give him that one for the day and redeem that gift for him, and he would just. And that's why I mean, you guys are going to be friends for life because you're giving him something that he couldn't have. It's almost like going to Club 33. You're allowed to bring people, right? But it doesn't mean you're a member. You just have a relation to a member that holds the key. So please, people, share them around.
I'll be VV Vibes will be by my side all weekend.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and one of the thing is these logo they were free, right? It's not like we sold them, we made money, we tried to build a bull at yacht club type of thing. They were given away. I could have given you a piece of paper, just say, hey, every time you show me this signature with my name on it, I'm going to give you a hug. I could do that. That could be the utility. So these VV logo, they were gifts to the fans. We really just want to have fun with it and see how far we can go with it. Yeah.
Cool beans.
By the
You
way,
gotta bounce.
guys, I am actually 5 minutes behind my meeting already.
Okay.
Time.
So,
I will come up tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Have a great evening.
yeah. So sorry for keeping you. Look, love you, man. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So quick apologies to Sleepin. There was, before when Reef came on, there was a bunch of other people that were about to come on. Like after Reef came on, I was like, hey, I can't. And if I had like brought you on, then I really wanted to like right then and there, as soon as you popped